Hello, my name is Kumar. I am from a place called Kanyakumari, which is the southernmost tip of India. It is a place where Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, and Arabian Sea conglomerates. That's the place where I was born and brought up, and of course, I did my early schooling there. I came to Chennai to do my high school, of course, also my college as well. I went to a place called Loyola College Madras, where I graduated from BCom there. After which I came into campus law at the Delhi University, where I did my law degree. I was always conscious of the fact that the Indian freedom movement was hugely inspired by the role of lawyers. Mahatma Gandhi was a lawyer, Sardar Patel was a lawyer, Rajendra Prasad was a lawyer, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was a lawyer, and of course, our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, was a lawyer. And so, lawyers fought for India's freedom, were upholding the rights of people, and of course, were fighting colonialism and created a new republic. And that was my inspiration to pursue the study of law. I completed my law degree from Delhi University in the year 1997. I was hugely inspired by the fact that I got transformative education. It was at that moment when I got information about a scholarship that could change my life. I come from a middle class family in India. My father is a professor, mother is a government doctor. For me to move from Chennai to Delhi was a big deal, not because Delhi University was expensive, but living in Delhi was indeed expensive. So the opportunity to pursue education at Delhi University was a huge leap of faith that my parents could afford. But the possibility, even the imagination of going abroad was simply out of question. And that's when I got to know of the Rhodes Scholarship, applied for it, and I received this scholarship, which essentially changed my life. I landed up in Oxford in the year 1998, and I pursued the study of Masters in Law there. It is on that occasion I got to meet with the master of my college, a man by name Lord Butler, who was the master of a college called University College, which is the oldest college in the English speaking world. And whenever he spoke, he mentioned about the fact that it's the oldest college in the English speaking world. On one occasion, I met him and asked him, "What is this about?" And then he reminded me of something that I knew, which is that Indian subcontinent had universities such as Nalanda, Takshashila, Vallabhi, and Vikramshila. 2000 years ago, Indian civilization and heritage had contributed to the transformative role of education. While Oxford is 800 years old, Bologna is 900 years old, Indian subcontinent had institutions which were long before established, and India contributed to that. With that idea, with that vision, I was beginning to dream about the idea of building a world class university in India. I graduated from Oxford in the year 1999, got 3 more fellowships to go to Harvard. I landed up at Harvard, pursued another master's in law, but that was the time when I was thinking and dreaming about the possibility of building a new university in India. I graduated from Harvard in the year 2000, practiced law in New York briefly, but this idea became an obsession and somewhat of a madness that I decided that this is what I will be doing. So I quit my job and essentially pursue the journey of wanting to build a university in India. But I wasn't sure about anything. I was just a graduate student, completed 2 degrees abroad, but I simply did not know anything about higher education. That's when I read a lot about education, and that led me to an opportunity that I had in Japan, where I moved to Tokyo and began teaching as a visiting fellow there. I was fascinated by the Japanese higher education system, got to learn about it, and then I got a job in Hong Kong, moved to Hong Kong in the year 2002. This is where it all happened. 2002 to 2008, I was teaching in Hong Kong, dreamt about the idea of building a university, wrote a paper entitled Establishing India's First Global University, and got to meet with an Indian benefactor by name Naveen Jindal in the year 2006. I met Mr. Jindal with the idea of persuading him to build a world-class university in India. And over the 1 year, I got to meet and interact with him. I quickly realized that he could just be the Andrew Carnegie of India. You may all know that Andrew Carnegie was one of the world's largest steel tycoon. The last century, he was the richest man in terms of building the American Steel Company. He was also somebody who built institutions and known for philanthropy. So my interaction with Mr. Jindal led to the idea of building a world-class university in India. I sought 3 things from him. One, substantial financial resources. Second, to do it in a not-for-profit manner. And third, to let me have the academic freedom, autonomy, and independence to build a world-class university in India. By late 2007, he agreed to all of it, invited me to move to India, and early 2008, I moved to India. January to April 2008, I was trying to understand India myself as I was returning to India after a decade of living abroad. Very quickly, I realized that what an impossible country it is. Nothing works. Systems are so beautifully designed to ensure that nobody can really do anything at all. A relatively mediocre practice of corruption, inefficiency, and nepotism had been elevated into a full-fledged science where it is impossible to do anything at all. But nevertheless, my journey I have traveled far too long, and hence I decided to quit my job in Hong Kong, took over the head of the initiative, and began the process of institution building from scratch. Land acquisition, formulation of curriculum, course structure, program development, faculty recruitment plan, student admissions process, hiring of architects, construction engineers, contractors, and persuading the government of Haryana to pass a new law to establish the first private university. All of that happened simply from April 2008 to January 2009. And as promised to Mr. Jindal, we essentially built a campus from scratch and started the first class on 30th September 2009 with 100 students, 10 faculty members, 20 administrative staff, 4 classrooms, and 1 office space for the entire 10 faculty and 20 admin staff, and me as the Vice Chancellor. It was a very modest beginning. That day, on 30th September 2009, we realized that we are embarking on a new mission, a new idea, a transformative opportunity for the youth of India. And that led to what we are today. 15 years hence that day, we are a university which is multidisciplinary with 12 schools. We have 15,000 plus students, 1,200 faculty members from 50 countries, and of course, 3,000 plus administrative staff in a fully residential campus with 100 acres and 5 million square feet of built-up space. We are also a university that has built collaborations with around the world. We have 550 plus university partners in 75 countries, and every year 1,000 of our students go abroad, and another 1,000 of students from around the world we host on our campus. I want to end by saying that the opportunity to build a world-class university in a place called Sonipat in Jagdishpur village in Haryana is also an opportunity for what India can do. As India aspires to become Viksit Bharat and to be a developed nation in 2047, we need to use these stories and experiences to create that opportunity for the youth of India. At the dawn of independence, we were a country with fairly low levels of life expectancy. Our life expectancy at that time was 32, and today it is 72. And it essentially means that in the next few decades, it will become 80. That means when most parts of the Western world will become older, when most parts of Eastern world, including China and Japan, will become older, India will be younger, and will be younger for a longer time. Young Indians, I believe, will be shaping the future of India and the future of the world, and that is possible only if they receive truly world-class education. It is the universities of India that is going to shape the future. There is no country in the world which has moved from a status of a developing country to a developed nation without its universities playing the vanguard role. And hence it's important for us to recognize the role of universities and the transformative power of education that can indeed create and build new societies. I want to say that this opportunity to be part of an effort in India has been a truly inspiring opportunity, not because of the fact that it's a sense of personal achievement, but it's also a sense of collective engagement about an idea, the power of an idea that can transform society and in that process build communities. Today, we are a community not only connected with India, but also around the world. I want to end by saying that this opportunity, I believe, is a defining opportunity for India as we look at the future. And 2047, we will truly become a developed nation if we are able to make education as the center stage of our future. Thank you very much.